What's up? Mark here from the sanitarium. Yeah, I know. I haven't been making any videos here lately. I'll be honest, I just haven't been feeling it. I was talking to Uncle Mike and my son, and they're like, your videos are kind of boring. I mean, you're just like talking about what you're doing or what you're gonna do. I mean, there's no really, good content. I mean, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Go out in the yard and, jump off the roof of the house and do backflips in the backyard for entertainment? I mean, the scope of this little YouTube page was the build of my funny car to go big show racing on a shoestring budget, and that's kind of what it's about. And trying to go off on different things. This I don't know. Haven't really had that many viewers and suggestions, and I'm the kind of person, I'm action oriented. Either I hit the ground running, or if it falters quickly, I'm ready to pull the plug and go a different direction. But I'm gonna forge on, and I'm gonna go with my original plan, which was to showcase what we're doing. Trying to go NHRA racing or in Funny Car Chaos racing this year. So I want to say happy holidays. I know I haven't been on here since Thanksgiving, so I hope all you guys had a Merry Christmas and looking forward to the new year. But just back here today, it's Sunday, the 4th, I believe, 4th, 5th, something like that, 5th. And just catching up on some work in the shop. My buddy Danny, that's a small block there for that front engine drag through the Cackle car. Got it finished up. It's actually been done since before the holidays. We're just waiting on some inserts so I could fix the bell housing here before we drop the motor in. Got some stripped out holes, and I'm going to put some time certs in there. And then we're going to drop the motor in the car, get the blower and the injector on it, and we'll fire it up. And if anybody wants to know anything about it, just send me a message. I don't want to just rattle on about what something is if nobody's really interested. Like I said, I was talking to my son. He started his own YouTube page on some of his projects, and it's doing real well. But he said, "Well, your YouTube page is just you talking." I mean, so like I said, I need to figure out how to do some of that time lapse stuff when we're putting stuff together. Maybe it'd be a little more interesting. But anyway, this is a little 355 that's going to run on 86% nitro, blown nitro motor that we did, and I think that would be a pretty cool video, at least when we fire it up and make some flames. But on to my car, just going over some maintenance on it. Mounted the clutch pedal in it. Got it where it fits me well. I'm gonna start on I'm gonna pour the seat probably in about a week with the epoxy, or not the epoxy, but like the foam, energy absorbing foam that they require. So I have to pull the cover out and pour that. And it's going over the rear. The car sat for about 3-4 years. It's going over everything. Picked up some new wheels that still hold the current certification. NHRA stipulates that the rims have to be certified. So the rims that came on the car, they're certifiable, but they've run out. These here I picked up from a good buddy of mine, Kevin Rivenbark. He runs a Pro Mod. He runs the Culp Lumber Pro Mod Mustang, screw blown Mustang, and he had some extra rims. He hooked me up at a really good deal, and picked up some new liners. These are the liners that go inside the wheels. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I'll just go over this real quick. So these are like a slick inside a slick, so we don't run bead locks, and we don't screw the wheels, screw the rim to the tire like you would like on a regular drag car, bracket car. So it's kind of like a safety factor. This groove here bites into the side of the rim. The side of the rim has a knurl on it. You can see there where that knurl is. So that liner bites into that and seals. And what it does is, it does a couple things. It permits a little wheel speed, I believe, because if you ever look at a beadlock tire, when the car leaves, it wads up the tires so hard. Where on a fuel car, you would need a beadlock. But on an alcohol car, we got a little less power, so we want to get the wheel speed up. and that'll get the slick spinning. But this will hold the wheel, the tire to the rim, and also it's a good safety factor because there's a lot of guys that lost their lives with unfortunately with tire blowouts and tire coming off the rim. God forbid if the tire ever came off the rim, you still got that inner tire, to hold it up. So that's a good thing. So anyway, I'm going to have 2 sets of wheels we're going to start with. I'm going to send those out to get them recertified, and we'll use those as spares. We're going to mount these up, put the new inner liners on them, got a brand new set of slicks coming, and we'll mount those up to start the season with. So, other than that, just trying to catch up on some work on Sunday. I got a couple little extra jobs I'm doing that I try to do on the weekends that don't interfere with regular shop time. If I can knock a little job out where I can, make a little extra money where it doesn't have to go to the shop, where I can put it into the car. So we're getting started on the motor finally. Got some parts in for the motor. We're just mocking it up and getting some measurements. Thank God I got some friends. A buddy of mine, Les Hall, who runs Top Fuel Dragster. He had a lot of extra parts, and he helped me out by letting me make payments to him to get some stuff. So this is the block we're going to start with. This is a TFX block. For those that don't know, TFX was the standard in a Top Fuel Dragster, Top Fuel funny car. John Rodek originally built the TFX 92 cast motors. TFX, which I always thought stood for Top Fuel X, maybe 5. When I talked to John Rodek, he said, no, TFX stood for too fucking expensive, he told me. But he sold the tooling to Alan Johnson in the late 90s when John retired, and then Alan went ahead and got the blocks. Instead of using a casting, they used a forged billet, and then he machined the block from the forging, just like a Brad Anderson billet block. And this is just an Alan Johnson TFX. This motor here is a minus half-inch deck, so it's minus a half-inch lower than what a normal deck height block would be. This is a 10-inch 225 deck. And like I said, Les was a Top Fuel guy, and then he moved down to A-Fuel. So this was an A-Fuel motor, last ran as, and I'm going to convert it to a blown alcohol deal. Got the small chamber, Brad Anderson, Brad 5 heads. And I'm just mocking it up now, just getting some measurements. So we're doing a small inch motor. I don't have a screw blower. We're going to run the Roots blower combination, which already is going to, make us kind of, behind a little bit. We'll probably be close to 1,000 horsepower or off to where we need to be a competitive alcohol car. But that's all right. Get our feet wet. And, the car counts are low right now, so I'm hoping we can use that in our advantage and maybe attract some, marketing help, aka sponsorship. That's kind of what we're looking for. Maybe someone will come along and say, hey, this poor sap, he's not doing too bad for building a bunch of crap in his garage. So, got the gear drive cover on here, and I got some parts that don't fit. I'm going to call Robert Reel next week and get what I need. I got a titanium hub here for my blower snout, blower pulley hub, and I'm missing some parts for the gear drive. Waiting on a camshaft. I jumped the gun, and I bought a used cam, which was a standard 426 journal. This motor's got the 54 millimeter journal. So, made a phone call out to John Dunn out in Monticello. He's sending me some parts. I got the mag drive coming. Actually, already got the mag. And this is a wet sump motor. This motor can be run as a wet or a dry sump, but we're going to run it as a wet sump. But again, back to the combination. It's a small inch motor. It's only going to be a 452-inch motor. 4-inch 375 bore. And I'm going to put a short stroke in it. 3750 stroke. So it's going to be a rever. So I'm hoping, being we don't have a screw blower, we're still running a Roots 1471, smaller motor, Maybe we could utilize that smaller blower to make the boost a little quicker and not be too outclassed. But a couple other parts here I'll show you before I run. Just gonna try to finish up some stuff today here in the shop. But again, my buddy Les been helping me out, sending him a few bucks at a time. Here we got the mag, a Pro Mag, MSD 44 Pro Mag. This baby will light water, let me tell you. And sent me a brand new diaper I got in here, points box, coil, everything was checked out by Spuds last year. You can see the tag on there, FIE, Fuel Injection Engineering. He went ahead and checked the coil, checked the points box, he checked the mag for us. Like I said, I got a brand new diaper in there for my lower containment, my ballistic blanket. And yeah, so we're moving ahead. And like I said, I'm going to try maybe make it a little more interesting. Maybe when I get ready to assemble, I'll do like a time-lapse video of putting it together. But just hopefully the work will keep coming in the shop where I can keep kicking out jobs to buy parts. Because let me tell you, it was one thing doing low buck with the Chevrolet stuff, but this stuff harder to find and hard to find cheap. So you know, when a deal comes up, you gotta get ready. You gotta strike while the iron's hot if you find a deal on a part. Right now, I'm looking, trying to get a magnesium blower intake. Hard to find the short deck intake, so I found a deal on a taller intake, a magnesium intake. I'm gonna try to get it and set it up on the mill and cut it down to fit the block. So that's where we are. And like I said, I haven't made a video since Thanksgiving just because, I don't know, I just felt like, what am I doing this for? I'm like wasting my time, got time to do this shit. But we got 40 or so followers, and if they're interested to see the progress of this project come to fruition, yeah, I'll keep doing it as I can. So, all right, guys, hope everybody has a good week, and we'll talk at you later.